Hey guys, this is Tom, and I'm here tonight to give you guys an exciting tour into the world of comic book writing. Comic Writing 101. So you want to be a comic book writer. Like anything worth doing, there's a certain organized process to follow if you want it done right, like one of the pros. Writing consists of 3 easy steps and 1 annoying one. Step 1 is becoming inspired. This takes up about 1% of the entire process. What you will need in order to be inspired is a brain. There are many things that can inspire a person, but they can be categorized into 2 main groups: good, happy things, and tragedy and hardship. A good story uses both. So look for mundane things in your life that you can distort into a ridiculously good story. For example, here we have an ordinary cup. A cup is a happy thing. Well, after a sample of toxic waste is poured inside of it, the replaceable styrofoam cup immediately transforms into Super Cup. Naturally, he'd have some sort of rival who is also based off of, dining utensil or something like that. She'd also probably have some sort of Russian accent in order to perpetuate American propaganda. Surrender yourself now, Super Cup, lest you by malforkisent. Now that we're all nice and inspired, it's time to move on to step 2 of the writing process. Procrastination. What you will need for procrastination is essentially any hobby or recreational activity that isn't writing, and a conscience. All these things will suffice to make procrastination a success for you. Procrastination is an imperative step to any writer. Whilst procrastinating, the conscience of a writer inevitably nags at him, thus forcing him to brainstorm ideas for his work. Some of you may be impaired by a stronger sense of responsibility. If this is the case and procrastination is difficult for you, I strongly urge you to reach out into your community and find a local college student. They no doubt know all the tricks of the trade and will be able to assist you with your procrastinating needs. Step 3 is the final fun phase and takes up about 14% of the writing process. Step 3 is writing. Thanks to steps 1 and 2, you should now be ready to begin and thus fly through the entire thing. If you ever experience something known as writer's block, regress back to step 2. It is guaranteed to cure the worst of cases. Step 3 perhaps also has the least demanding of all the requirements, a pencil and paper, both of which, when combined their fiscal value, is equal to about 1/1,000,000th of you. Now, just because you have finished writing, do not think that you're out of the woods yet. Now you've only entered the most difficult and least fun phase for any writer. Step 4, 70% of all writing, is editing. If you have a problem with going back and changing the same thing over and over again, your passion for writing can burn out very quickly. This is why for editing, you'll need a computer to make it very, very easy. It should be stated that editing, like alcohol, is best done in moderation. Sometimes, the amount and length of editing just can become so overwhelming, if one lets the pressure get to them, total suffocation. And all the precious inspiration and dreams the writer had can rot away. Expect by the time the editing process is finished to have edited and re-edited your story at least 2 times over. If not, refer back to step 2. It can save you from so much headache. Just remember, with all of these steps, moderation is the key. And now you are ready to be a real writer, just like one of the pros.